So today we're headed to the shop to just get some work done, but just trying to get everything all cleaned up before obviously Thanksgiving in a couple weeks. Deer hunting starts next weekend, so we just got busy next couple of weeks. Just need to get everything all done before the snow flies and all put away. So that's what we're going to do today, I should say. Also, we're going to give an update on my shoulder, how rehab's going, and talk about who's building our motors for 2022. Looking forward to the 22 race season, as 21 it wasn't exactly what we had hoped for. I think we raced 25 or 26 times. I'll have my stats all released here in the next couple of days. So picked up our first feature win, which was exciting, but if we weren't in the top 5, we didn't finish. And so looking forward to next year, we just have to be better, or I have to be better. And I don't really think it was, mechanical stuff that went wrong, because we take pretty good care of our stuff, check everything every week. So it wasn't like stuff was falling off our car or anything like that. But when we didn't finish, it was, things like flat tires, or, we overheated, or obviously we broke a motor this year. So it was just, stupid stuff like that, or wrong place, wrong time, and we were in a wreck. But the runs that we did have, that we did finish, we were up front. And so I'm pretty optimistic about going into next year. We're not sure what we're going to do about a race car for next year, because obviously we still have our race car and it's not sold yet. And so I guess our decision will become December 1st, or the first weekend of December. If the car hasn't sold yet, then what we plan on doing is tearing it all apart down to the bare frame, going through it, making sure there's no cracks in the chassis, getting it sandblasted and repowder coated, going through all our suspension, making sure there's no binds in anything, there's nothing that needs to be replaced, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna get started here. Got some stuff to clean up. As you can see, it's kind of cluttery. Biggest thing here is just cleaning everything up, getting everything so it's in tick-tock shape, nice and clean and organized. So when we do take a car apart, we have a place to either put our stuff for now or get it organized. Most people don't know my dad very well, but my dad hates an unorganized shop. And having this just a little bit of clutter that doesn't look like much here will make him not want to be at the shop. So what we're going to do today is clean up the bench. Obviously not a lot to do, but it looks like just make sure everything is organized, ready to go. So when hunting's all done and Thanksgiving's done, we can roll right into working on race cars again and getting ready for the 22 season. So that's what we're going to do today. So just finished up the bench here. getting everything all ready to go. I guess the next thing I gotta do is change that clock right up here. I think it's been up there for the last 5 years and it hasn't worked once. So, not that we ever look at the clock, but anyone ever need to look for a quick time, I guess it can be up there. I guess the next step for me is to clean out all these shelves back here. They were organized at one time, but as most people know, when you're racing and there's very little time to clean stuff up, when you're either working or you're gone all the time, this is what winter is all about. So clean up all these cabinets here, all these shelves here. Just make sure everything looks organized or is organized, because obviously races are always won in the shop. So if you can, the more organized you can be, the better off you're gonna be if you need something or you need to find something. And so that's something that I've always had to work on myself, is being organized. I've never been a very neat freak type person, and as years have went on, I've gotten a little more pickier about that. And I think that's where that separated myself from my dad. And my dad's always been very, very picky. He's always been a lot better racer than I have. So I think the more picky I can be, the more aggressive, the more hands-on, making sure things like this happen year after year, where you tear the car down to, right now it's not nothing, but take the body off of it, go through everything every year, and just be more hands-on and making sure everything is, instead of being 100%, being 1,000% sure that everything is spot on. I think the better off I'm going to be as a person and as a driver, as an owner, business owner, whatever it may be. The better responsibility I can have, or the higher the responsibility I can have, the better off I'm going to be. And it's going to reflect in my racing, it's going to reflect in my personal life, all that different stuff. So some days you don't feel like you have motivation. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just get up and force yourself to do it, because sitting at home or watching TV all the time isn't going to get it done. So hey, look what's going on here today. We got a bunch of snow. I shouldn't say a bunch of snow. It was
3 inches, 4 inches.
Yeah, 1 to 3 inches last night, and we got some more snow this morning. It's 27 degrees out. Yesterday, I told you guys it was 31, 32 out. This is our life pretty much in the wintertime. It looks like this. On days like today, it'd be a perfect day to go ice fishing, but you can't go ice fishing today. It'd be open water fishing. So either way, there's snow on the ground mid-November. This is basically our life up here in Wisconsin. Basically until March. Sometimes before that, sometimes April or May. Just every year is different.
What do you think the track conditions at Cedar Lake Speedway are right now?
Hammer down and slippery.
Well, that wouldn't be hammer down.
Well, it'd be hammer down until you're in the fence. But I promise you that you'd be sliding a lot.
Yeah.
So I just want to give you guys a quick update on the shoulder. For those of you that didn't know, I dislocated my shoulder about halfway through September. It was a bad dislocation. It was 3.5 inches out, 2.5 inches down. Spent some time in the emergency room getting that all put it back into place. Then a week later, we went and had a follow-up appointment with the surgeon, and basically said, you have a couple different options here. We can go in and do surgery. I don't think it's necessary at this point. Our second option would be physical therapy. And what was happening is we got lucky. I got very lucky. When it came out, it didn't hurt the bone or any of the stuff inside there, but it did tear the landrum there, which is basically a flexible muscle between your actual shoulder and the joint, and it is what keeps your shoulder in the socket. And if you don't keep that thing tight, it can happen with just about anybody. It's the most common dislocation, is what I was told. And if you don't keep that labrum there right there tight, it'll come out all the time. And so that's what we're working on right now, trying to get that muscle to become where it's like my other one, where it's tight and it's strong, and it'll keep that in the joint there. But we're doing physical therapy. We were referred to them right away. His name is Mike Ripley. He's in Stillwater. He works on a bunch of different athletes, and does great work, quite frankly. Some days it's been hard, some days it's been easy, but the process is going to be long. We're expected to be ready by April. We're looking forward to it. But on a side note, we've been talking about, switching different motors from an open motor to a concept motor. And this year we've talked to a bunch of different people, and we decided we're going to go with a Zuli machine shop motor out of Hutchinson, Minnesota. And Frank is a great guy. I've known him for a few years now through, again, another family friend. And this year they won with Parker Anderson in the Minnesota Street Stocks and National Championship. Second place was also a Zuli motor in Justin Vogel. In 2018, they won a national title with Justin Vogel. 2018, sorry. He doesn't have that many BMOD motors, but the ones that he does have, they are fast. Brady Larson, he runs right around here in Wisconsin with us. He's pretty quick. Aaron Blacklance, he's won numerous times this year and last year in a Minnesota concept motor. I just looked up. He has a Minnesota USRA national or USRA track championship at I-90 and in the Myers family. So we're looking forward to making the switch to a concept motor, and Minnesota just actually passed the quick change last night, and that'll allow us to run USRA and Minnesota next year. And honestly make the switch will be a lot easier. Because we'll have the 4-to-1 headers, we'll have the quick change. We might have to change a couple different things in the motor to make it legal, but so we're looking forward to a new year, new motor, a lot of different stuff. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Gotta say a special shout out to everyone that watches each and every week. We certainly appreciate you subscribing to us, sharing with your family and friends. Gotta thank all my sponsors that make this possible each and every year. Willow River Saloon, KC Farms, FYE Motorsports, GRP Motorsports, Dolman Auto Body, Concrete Concepts Nourishment, M&B Services, Fast Factory. Man, I don't have anything to look on, but Dirt Race Central, FYE.TV, CMD Race Shocks. I gotta thank Nick Wojcik for helping out this year, Tucker Quinn, Mom and Dad, Amber, Owen, John, Brandon. There's a lot of people that make this thing happen, and I couldn't do it without each and every one of them. Photos by Fizzle, Auto Value, Kirkpatrick Law and Office, Jiggy Signs. There's just a lot of people that go into this thing, and without each and every one of them, we couldn't do this.
Ready?